everybody. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Does UNH go? Don't know. Looks relatively strong. SPX is only up 10. But here's the thing. You've got really bad news, and you didn't break 39.30 or 37.30. It got near there. It got a little bit under there, and then it held. So that's telling you it held. And then it popped. What doesn't go down pops. I'm telling you, in this market, if you buy something, I don't care either way. Either way, you buy it up or you buy it down. If you don't sell it, you're going to get slaughtered. And you know you deserve to get slaughtered. If something goes from 2 to 7 and you don't sell it, whose fault is that? If something goes 6 to 30, you don't sell it, whose fault is that? If something goes 1 to 2.5, why wouldn't you be ready to sell it if it goes negative? Right? Very straightforward. Have to sell it. Now, everybody trades differently. I trade differently. Everybody trades differently. If you start the week with 50 grand, you buy 3 positions, making up stuff, and one of them goes 3 to 8, you sell it, covers the other 2. The other 2 can go to 0 and you're positive. Very straightforward. Not rocket science. And then you let it play out. That's me. Other people say, hey, I want to sell this one. I want to sell this one. This isn't going to come back. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So SPX, we got 37.50, round number. 37.30 break, we collapse. 38.32 up, 38.72. Okay. NVIDIA, chips are acting better. Right now, chips are acting better for a couple days. Okay. Then we see how it plays out. So chips are better. Okay. So you got 156, 161, downside 149. Taiwan Semi, nice move yesterday. It held. You got 86 and 89. But they told you, this is really interesting. So Taiwan Semi tells you there's a huge glut, but they didn't guide down because you got specialty chips, right? That it isn't a glut, okay? So that's what's happened. Okay? Interesting. Okay. Hold on. There. Okay. Lab Research, very nice move. It's held. Micron seems to be higher today, so this one looks a little bit better. You got 431, 452 underneath 400. Okay. Avago held. The one that still hasn't broke continues to hold. 491, 491, 509. Underneath 451 would be a dive. When that happens, don't know. Okay. Apple, 151, 156 under 141 bad. Okay, Pan W, every time it gets near 520, it goes back down. It's still holding. Kind of aims, looks like it's going to get back to 509, but right now it's just kind of sitting. Okay, under 471 bad. Boeing up a little bit. This went to 148 on more jet deliveries, then it dropped to 8, and now it's back up again. This one's kind of just sitting there and they're waiting. Okay, MDB. Can this get through 286? If it can get through 286, it can take a shot at 293. And if it gets there, you got 300 on tap. Then we see. Okay, UNH 516, 521. Snow just sitting there. If NOW is bad, Snow has to be bad. Okay, so you got 141, you got 136. NOW 409, it got right there and stopped. USO oil up a little bit today, getting a little bit better. Underneath is 68. Google, you got 2252 up, 2272. Underneath 2140, and then it's done for life. Then we won't play it again. Tesla 722, 752, 777. Isn't it interesting? The day that Elon said he's dropping Twitter, it hit 777 after hours and then dropped 100. Isn't that interesting, right? Caterpillar doing nothing, 171, 177. John Deere 301, 309. Goldman Sachs earnings Monday. Does it crap out with all the banks? You got 272 if it happens. MicroStrategy, can it get through 216? If it can take a shot up. That's all we got. Comments. Citibank popping, yeah, a little bit better. How long have you been trading full time? 20 years. What sector will be good? Don't know. Michigan sentiment. That's going to be important. Retail sales comes out. That's going to be important in a little while. then we see. Okay? Stocks go up, stocks go down. Trade them faster. Trade them faster. Okay? If you got profit, take it. Here's the reality of the situation. I told this guy yesterday, sent this message to him, and because he had asked me a couple questions, I replied. And he told me, he goes, Sam, what's the next 100% stock? Well, 100% stocks don't happen. They happened in 2001, and they happened last year. But they're not too. Think about it. If Peloton's at $50, it shouldn't go to $200. I mean, that's just stupid. Okay? Your business never holds up like that. It never holds up like that. So at some point it drops. Maybe it goes to 200. Maybe it goes to 250. But then it stops. And when it stops, you get whacked. Okay? So it never, ever, ever goes up like that. Okay? So just know that. So when people start asking stuff, what's the next 100%, 200% stock, you know that there's a problem with perception. Okay? A good move is 10, 20%. So when you start buying things, you start buying things like an NVIDIA saying, oh my God, it can go to 300. What type of news does that take? You're in a different market. Know that. If you be happy with a 10-point pop or a 10-point drop, take your profits, get in again when it's ready. Everybody have a great trading day.